Let's get started. Right. Welcome to our discussion on exactly how to create a visionary life with shamanic journeying. So, shamanic journeying is just this incredible meditative practice, right? Of going into the energy and being able to receive spiritual guidance directly for yourself. We're weeding out the middleman. Like if you've ever gone for, let's say, for like a tarot card reading, or you've gone to temple and asked your priest, etc. There's usually some sort of a authority figure, right, that we associate with receiving spiritual guidance for. And what we want to do is have a discussion around how we can connect directly to that guidance, right? And become the source of our own spiritual authority, right? So let's talk about this. What exactly is a visionary life, right? A visionary life. Vision in particular is the ability to have an image and an intent that aligns all of your actions and emotions. Having vision is having a guiding light, right? Being deeply connected to and plugged into that which matters most to you is being visionary. Right? So what would that look like if you were to have a visionary life? You'd have a clear picture, a clear image in particular of what type of life you desired to live. And not only having that vision, right, having that clear picture, but then it becomes a visionary life when you step into that vision, right, and begin to interact with what was once intention, what was once a wish, which was once wishful thinking, imagination, imaging. You step into the vision, and that is when you begin living a visionary life. So why is it important now more than ever to begin living a visionary life? Well, before we get to that, first things first, we've got to connect you to your energy so that you can have a vision, right? Because we can discuss philosophy all you want. We can discuss ideas, right? And different techniques, systems, programs, etc., all you want, but I'm hearing loud and clear from my spiritual guides that first things first, let's get you plugged in to your vision and plugged into your internal source, your resource. Okay, so let's do that first by doing a guided grounding visualization. Okay, if you've never meditated before, or if you're an avid meditator, this is going to be a treat for you. What we'll do is I'll guide you through different images and breathing cues to help you relax and open your energy. Because it's hard to talk about being visionary if you're in a compressed state. If you clicked play on this webinar, right, and this discussion, our intimate discussion around how to live and create your visionary life through shamanic journeying, chances are you may have rushed to get it together, try to put it in, or you may have had a bit of a stressful day, right, earlier today. All the different responsibilities clamoring at you, the stresses of being so productive and continuing to produce, right? Perform. And you're in that compressed state of focus, productive focus. But in order to open up to living more of a visionary life, it's important to connect first inwardly to your own energy so that you're able to best understand what the vision is for you in particular, right? So what I want you to do is just give me a little bit of an adjustment there so that we can focus. So what I want you to do is get into a comfortable position. Find whatever works best for you, right? And take a deep breath. And exhale. And again, take another deep breath in. And exhale. Knowing that you are safe and affirming inwardly to you, I am safe here. Taking a deep breath in. Just giving yourself permission to relax, knowing that you do not have to be perfect. If only just for now, all you have to be is honest. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop down and away from your ears, breathing deeply. Exhaling through any distracting thoughts, feelings, sounds, sensations. Naturally, your mind is going to bubble up in all the different things, right, that are occupying you, but it's important to embrace the distraction with your inhalation. Exhale it out of your body. Knowing that you are safe and affirming inwardly to your inner child, I am safe here. And to those of you who are coming in on the call, know that we are in the midst of a grounding and clearing guided meditation. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, feeling your thighs and legs relaxing into the floor. Right. Feeling your jaw, cheeks, eyes, all soften and relax as you breathe deeply into your pelvis, the seat of creativity and passion. Exhaling, letting go, knowing that you are safe, and affirming inwardly to your inner child, I am safe here. Being kind to yourself if there are sounds that grab your attention, thoughts and feelings that grab your attention. Only just for now, knowing that as you breathe in, you can command your body to relax and exhale, releasing, feeling any stress, tension releasing out of your armpits. Releasing out of your chest, if you're a female, releasing out of your breasts, right? Getting into your body, because your body is already visionary. Right? Once again, taking another deep breath in to the pelvis. As you exhale, see and feel the screen at the base of your spine. Perhaps like a video. Taking a deep breath in. Knowing that you are safe, right? Exhaling. And on that screen, allow images from deep within your body. Breathing deeply. Allow images to bubble up, whatever they may be. These are images of your deep desires. Maybe things that have frustrated you. Images of places that you've always desired to live or to be. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, allowing more images. Just allowing them to bubble up and flow through you, knowing that you do not have to be perfect. You do not have to see them. Images can come through feelings as well. Desires, intentions, sensations. Breathing into your pelvis and just watching the screen. The divine feminine is open to receiving inspiration. When we respire, right, that is to breathe. We move life through our body. So when we are inspired, we are receiving life mentally, spiritually, emotionally from within. So allowing that breath of life to continue to bubble up from that inner screen, whatever may be there for you. Open and relaxed. Always embracing distraction. You are powerful enough to move through anything. Exhaling through. And finally, on your last inhale, what I'd invite you to do is to place both your hands over your heart. Feeling the warmth of your hands, the weight, the shape, the beating of your heart in your chest, the movement of air through your body as you breathe deeply. If only just for now, asking your heart inwardly, what do I need to know right now? Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Last question. Asking your heart, show me the vision of my future. Breathing that in. Images, colors, location, time of day, space, what you are wearing, where you are walking, who you are with, what you are doing that makes your heart sing. Allowing your heart to show you that vision, that image. open and relaxed, just connecting to your heart's vision for you. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. Okay. So it's important for us to connect to our own inner vision. This is our guiding light. So you can type in the chat for me what images you saw, what colors, what sensations you felt during our visionary meditation. And don't worry, there will be a recording. There's some interesting technology sounds on the recording, but we're going to breathe into them anyway, right? Because that's light. But I want you to know that your heart, in fact, your soul, has a vision for your life that is sensual, that is inspired, is bright and open. Your energy has that for you, right? Why should we live a visionary life now? Whatever images that came to you, if any, right, are sacred to your life's path, right? When we tune in through meditative practices such as shamanic journeying, or what we did just now is breath work and progressive muscle relaxation, a little bit of light progressive muscle relaxation and grounding. When we tune in, what we're tuning into is the greater mind, the divine mind that we're all connected to naturally by being not only human beings, but also spiritual beings. And that greater consciousness, right, that greater consciousness that we can tune into by meditation and through opening our heart and mind, right, to what our current body state is, but then all of the memories, the desires and sensations that are within her, or if you are male watching this, within him, right? It all bubbles up. And what exactly is this divine mind, and how do we tap more into it? You know, why does it matter, right? The divine mind is your higher self, and we all share this same one vision together. It's powerful. It's so powerful that every person on the planet who may be creative, may be interested in healing, right, or taking care of others, right, having a giving heart, we all have this desire to contribute, to love, to connect, right, in a deeper fashion. But what are we connecting to? It's this divine mind. Each person's experience of this cosmic consciousness is unique, however, because we all are unique. But that same desire that drives you for more, though, right, not from a space of I'm not enough, but a space of I know there's more for me, right? I know I'm meant for more in this lifetime. We all share, because that actually is a part of nature. And it's important now for us to start stepping into living visionary lives, right? Especially through the use of shamanic journeying, because it connects us to our nature. Now, I want you to know that the camera right now is underneath this gorgeous, 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 big, fabulous plant. She's basically as big as me. Right? And she is in a constant state of expansion, right? Her amazing leaves stretch for more. You go and ask a tree, oh, do you think you've put out enough leaves already? No, 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 there's always more. Where that came from. Nature continues. And she in particular has arched towards the sun because the sun is her vision, right? That inspires her expansion. What's yours? What is your source of inspiration that guides you, right, to continue to expand, to reach farther? Yay, Robin says, hello, goddess tree. And oh my goodness, Charisse, I love it. Holding court, playing with wonderful women, and just being in your brilliance, absolutely. So having a source of inspiration causes us to align. Let me give you an even better shot, because there's no one who can teach this portion better than the goddess tree here at the dojo. Let me show you. Let me show you. She's absolutely magnificent. So the great thing about her is that I love that all of the, oh my God, the video went out. Can you see the video? Type into the comments for me if you can see the video. Okay, there it goes, right? There she is. There she is. All of her beautiful, beautiful stretching is oriented because of the sunlight here, right? And it's that inspiration of the warmth of the sun, the energy that gives her, that causes her to grow to the side. That up there, you see up there, that used to be a branch of hers. She used to have one long arm, but because of her inspiration, the inspiration has changed her to shift, right? The way that she arranges herself. It's so powerful to notice that, right? So with that, what is your guiding light? The same way that sunlight causes a tree or a plant to bend and expand in ways that she never would have before. What is your guiding light? You know, when we don't have a visionary life, what happens is we feel like we're lacking direction and certainty. Now, oftentimes there's a whole paradigm of, or you got a goal set, right? You gotta reach your goal. You gotta get married. You gotta have kids. You gotta make this much money. You gotta blah, 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 all of these requirements that are placed on us from external sources, right? External sources can become a bit of a downer, right? And when you're externally driven, we'll get lost, right? In the sauce, we get lost in the sense of not knowing who we really are, right? And with that, there can be, there can be a despondency, a lack of energy. We may feel drained without our own vision in life. It's harder to make decisions that really inspire you, right? If you don't have your guiding light, the same way that this incredible, beautiful goddess plant is bending towards the sunlight, she has direction because it's her energy source. So having your vision for your life is a divine feminine way to live authentically, to make decisions from that heart space, right? It's the natural way. And that's why it's divine feminine in nature, is because it is flowing. This gorgeous goddess plant, let me just show her off again because I can't get enough of her. Oh my gosh, right? This gorgeous goddess plant, she is inspired by the light to form all these different shapes with her, right? All these different shapes. And that's her nature, pulling her out every day, branching out. When you have a visionary life, right, you can achieve more, things that you wouldn't really expect. Things that you wouldn't really expect. I know that I'm a living witness to that. For me, receiving the vision of the dojo here, I'm sure you know who I am. But if you don't, like having a vision of being able to help and heal more light workers and healers was the original vision that had come out of my heart. And then from there, it continued to build more momentum as I grew, right? As the goddess plant grew in one direction, more leaves started coming out, and then she switched to continue to capture more light. Why am I saying this? If you're here on this webinar right now, and we're gonna, in a little bit, we're gonna open it up to Q&A and interaction time. But if you're here, it's time for you to begin pulling energy from the vision so that it's not just an image in your head. Perhaps you're full of desire, right? Full of ideas, right? But you don't know where to start. Same way with the goddess plant. She's allowing the sun to show her where to go. She's within her own stream of flow, not anyone else's. Her path is not externally defined, it is internally defined. And because of that, she creates beautiful art through the expression of herself. If you're here, it's time for you to do the same. And it's time for you to start pulling energy and inspiration, pulling light from that vision that your heart, that your soul has for you in a new way. Perhaps you're meant for something big, right? So the last bit of discussion that, topics, and then I would love to hear what you think. And I'd like to put out there is 3 pillars that I believe are necessary for living a visionary life. One is the cultivation of your natural intuition. It's important to cultivate your natural intuition because that helps you to find out where's your source with a capital S, or your resource, right? The energy that feeds you, whether it's pleasure, whether it's creativity, whether it's helping others, giving back, even if it's finances, etc., or education. What feeds you? Your natural intuition picks up on it. and helps you through your feelings recognize resources of energy that help you in living a visionary life. So that's one of three. Two is a continued exploration of spiritual energetics. Now, what the heck does that mean? Energetics means the study of energy and how it works, right? Systems of energy and how they work, how to set them up, how to take them down, how to make adjustments. That's what energetics is. But it's spiritual energetics, right? So this is your spiritual energy, your truth energy, your vibrational reality. Studying that, how to move and shape your personal energy so that wherever you are, you can turn up, turn down, expand, decrease. So, and then it's the continued exploration of it. It never stops. The learning never stops because you keep growing just like a tree. Right? With the right resources, you can continue your expansion forever and forever. We can get exhausted on the path of expansion and be like, I thought I already dealt with that. Right? Which is normal and natural, but the fact that it's coming up again is another sign of growth. So be kind to yourself if you felt that. And then finally, third thing that the guides have shown me is very important for living a visionary life is having a divine feminine community. We have plenty of masculine communities that are about breakthrough, serve, protect, provide, right? Be super responsible and contribute, rah, 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 rah. Competition, gotta be the best, yada, yada. And my eyebrows are down only because I'm going into more masculine presence. But as a feminine being, regardless of my gender, right? But as a feminine being, going into a masculine community causes this to happen. But if you're here to live a visionary life, it's important to have divine feminine community. Divine feminine community is non-competitive. It is open and flowing. It allows for vulnerability and uniqueness of expression. It is also connected to the spiritual aspect of communication and the spiritual aspects of existing as a human being. You are divine, and so am I, right? And we can both be just as divine and just as natural as we are. And it's important to be surrounded by other brilliant beings who get it. Because when we're isolated, we'll try and create the nice positive bubble until the next person comes to, or by accident bumps into our bubble and it explodes. Right? But having a community of high vibrational beings around you, regardless of their gender, that allow for divine feminine expression and communication is essential for supporting you in creating a visionary life, because divine feminine energy is also communal. Your vision's probably pretty big. I'd bet $5. I'd put $5 on the table to say that vision, oh, you got 10, I got 10, all right. Somebody raised me. I love you, Robin. Thank you, Goddess. That you've got a big vision that you're here to share, right? And it's going to take a tribe, right? The prehistoric model was that it was the feminine energy around the fire, babies and the food in the middle, so that the feminine with her wide perceptual field could look over the other feminine energy's shoulder. If there was a tiger coming, together we could overtake the tiger to protect the babies and the food, right? And the energy. It's a communal model that's what it takes to make your vision a reality. Shamanic journeying in particular is a meditative practice that connects you to your vision in a systematic way, gives you guidelines for you to play with, but it is totally unique. Every shamanic journey experience is totally unique to you, right? And the more that you connect to your vision, the more your life becomes aligned, because you are inside of your vision. It becomes encoded in your consciousness after every single journey as you begin to do them regularly, right? And that can really support you. I've seen now working over the years with now like a few hundred light workers that have come through here that we've taught how to do, and now I get to travel all over teaching shamanic journeying. But every single person, once he gets inside of his vision, healing happens naturally. I'm hearing my guides calling in the energy now to open it up so that we can now have a bit of a round table discussion for the next 15-20 minutes. I would love to hear, what do you have on living a visionary life and these 3 pillars of natural intuition cultivation, spiritual energetics exploration, and divine feminine community? What do you have? What are you feeling on that? I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my gosh. So Charisse is here, Elaine is here, and Robin is here. So, oh my God, I'd love to hear. Robin, what's come up for you hearing all of it in this experience?
It just reminds me that as feminine and energy ourselves, we need to cultivate our own universe-given talents instead of relying on other people to define ourselves or other people to guide us. We have our own inner guidance system, and we need to learn to trust it and honor it and use it honorably.
Absolutely. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you. Charisse, what are you doing? What's coming up for you on this topic?
Oh, I'm loving this topic because growing up feminine, I'm like just exactly like what you were talking about, Robin. Trusting my own inner knowing, my own inner guidance after a lifetime of going, well, what do you think? What do you think? And like, well, what do you want? Well, what do you want? And sort of becoming whatever it is that I needed to become. And so I love this practice because that's what I'm really being called more than anything is like, get quiet, tune in. What do you want to do? Like, what is truly guiding you? And then in terms of the pillars, of course, you know, my own work is around cultivating sisterhood. Because I believe that's where transformation happens, is when you're in that safe circle, that sacred circle. And I love too that you talk about it regardless of gender, because it's so freaking true. Like, this is what I talk about all the time. I'm like, yes, I speak primarily to women. However, yeah, the feminine, the masculine, it's about balance, right? It's not about like one over the other. It's about balance. So, and we each have the feminine, masculine. It just so happens that because we're women and we're awesome, and we're like super adaptable. So we are like, that's one of our brilliances as women, is we're so super adaptable. So it's like masculine model. And like the thing when you described the eyebrows, I had to laugh because I noticed when I do my own videos and stuff and I get into the masculine mode, like my eyebrows do the same freaking thing. I was like, what is that? I'm watching the replay going, oh, that's interesting, but I do that. So it's so funny when you said that, because I was like, testify right here.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, because here's the thing. When you tune in to the power that's already inside of you, what gets generated naturally is certainty, right? So that's a divine masculine word to describe this sensation of being aligned, tuned in, having vision, and being visionary, right? We have, like, we're deep in woo, and that's perfectly fine with me right now. But having certainty opens up for us, it opens up our natural well of divine feminine power, because that's the union of the masculine. The image that my guides always send me of the union of the divine feminine, divine masculine, is there's the circle around of the fire hose is the masculine, and then the water is the feminine, and then together, oh my gosh, they can put out any fire, burst through walls, right? Or water flowers, or wash like the injuries clean, right? The two together. So we have a way of creating masculine power of focus, right? And we're connected to that resource. We're also educated on different spiritual energetic technologies and systems for connecting to being on point, direct, get it done, right? Have your goal set, break it down into little parts, have your task list, right? Or go to church, go to temple, or go meditate and do this. Yes, even yoga, do the asanas, right? So do this pre-scripted cha-cha-cha. All of these incredible, and they're a blessing, right? But and even in TM, you have to do it this precise way, and this is your mantra, and you go to these centers, etc. And it's externalized. Right? We know now very well what externalized power looks like. Having an external power source. Great, we plug it in. But what happened to the internal? Right. And there are spiritual technologies that help cultivate divine feminine energy and inspiration as a resource to fuel the enacting of your vision, whatever that may be, right? And I sincerely believe that Shamanic Journeying is a really wonderful resource for that. For me personally, journeying for years now, I'm not a Shamanic Journeying guru or any crap like that. No, I've been journeying since at least 2011. So that's 6 years, probably since probably I'll say 2011 just for the sake of my memory is crappy. Yay. But at minimum 2011. So, and that's with consistency, right? From daily practice as well as deeper experiences in receiving trainings or journeying with others. And over the years, I've learned from Shamanic Journeying as a practice to hear my own inner guidance loud and clear. And over time, as you get used to doing that, you begin to walk and chew gum at the same time, so that now that you're out in physical reality, Shamanic Journeying takes you into shamanic reality, like other visionary worlds that are specifically designed to help and edify you, right? It's amazing. as you come back out into regular mundane life, right, I've over time developed just naturally by exposure the ability to hear my own inner guidance. Because here's the secret behind shamanic journeying: you're actually journeying into yourself. You are actually journeying into yourself. You have the full extent, full access to all of your inner wisdom, your own inner wisdom. Your connection to the cosmic consciousness is your experience of shamanic reality. Now, I know, Robin, you vision journeyed, and Charisse, I think it was, last week, we had you do your first vision journey. Elaine, have you ever done a shamanic journey before?
I have. I did one with you in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, no, and I think you did them. We did one. No, you've done it with me remotely. Do you know what I mean? I only did a short one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So everyone's vision journey experience and everyone's shamanic reality, your lower world, your upper world, as they're termed, are unique. And what's wonderful about lower world and upper world is that everything, the trees, the acorns, the water, the sky, the birds, the snails, the fire ants, puffs of smoke, everybody talks. Everybody's people.
Even the poop.
Even the poop.
Jeffrey.
Right. Last week, and I have to share, this is hysterical. Last week, we did the monthly shamanic journey meditation class here at the dojo. We do it on third Thursdays in the evenings, unless otherwise noted, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so did a vision journey. I laid out on the floor and I'm like, okay, I would like to receive guidance about my diet. And I was holding this baby that was my inner child. And when I said that, she climbed down for me and pooped on the ground, and the poop had eyeballs. And he's like, hello, my name's Jeffrey. And I'm like, are you my spirit guide? Yes. And he had this wonderful British accent, and he was extremely thoughtful about different, nutrition that I needed. And incredible conversation. He gave me great advice, and I feel better since I've started doing what he said. But yeah, even the poo.
I love it.
Yes. And you know what? The divine feminine does not judge.
Yeah.
It's discerning, right? Vibrationally discerning by resonance. It doesn't judge. Oh my God, there's brilliance in all things. Right? And shamanic journeying is a wonderful spiritual technology to help bring that out in you, so that you can receive more support than ever, more inspiration and direction than ever by going technically within. Charisse, what was your experience of shamanic journeying last week? I know you did it for the first time. I think you just wanted to share with me.
Oh my gosh. It was amazing. It was amazing. I shared the vision that I had, which was so detailed that at first it was like, just like you said, you're like, you're going to wonder, am I making this up? Is this just, but it was super detailed. It was such a rich world. And it felt like, being my first time, it was like, it was almost like I was going past all this stuff. We're like, we got to talk later. Wait, there's more there. Like, there was like even the fact that before I got to sort of like the inner, this like water world of like kelp and manatees that took me to this, when I said like, show me myself, and it was this goddess, like head at the top of the ocean, and my hair was like snakes and serpents and seaweed, and And like I had these like giant green eyes, and my body went all the way down to the floor of the ocean. That wasn't even like, but it was like, oh, where's my spirit animal? That was somewhere else. That was a seahorse, which was so unexpected. Because I remember I shared this too, because I met myself and I was like, wow, you're big. And then and then I was like, show me my spirit animal. And the manatee's like, all right. So I'm holding on to the manatee. The manatee's taking me around. And then like up pops up this little seahorse, like a little seahorse. And I was like, I was kind of expecting something a little bit more, grandiose. It was so funny. So I was like, again, no judgment, right? So I was like, all right, cool. And the first thing that I remembered, or first thing that I thought of, was how the male seahorse carries the babies. And then I was like in the seahorse, and I was feeling the speed of movement through the waves, and how it didn't matter how big the waves were. I was like, they didn't shift me off my path. I could still like move exactly where I could feel like, like the surf, but it was like, now we got this, right? It was so cool. So, and all that was like after I sort of passed through this like mid-level where there's like Pele and Michelle were hanging out like in this fiery world. And they're like, no, keep going. You're, next floor down. You know what I mean? It was like, that was just the entry. That was like the appetizer. They're like, you'll come hang out with us. Right now, we need you in the water world. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it was so amazing. I'd never had, or up until that point, I should say, I'd never had a vision with that level of detail.
Mm-hmm.
And,
what does that mean to you then? So what energy, what inspiration, what guidance did you receive from having? So yeah, the vision journey experience is a ton of fun, absolutely, and like, wow, super creative, like, woo.
Yeah.
But what inspiration, what guidance did you get for yourself from that experience? What do you feel?
Well, what's so amazing is like what's happening in my life right now in terms of like, where do I go next? Is, what's next for me? Is very much like these sort of like huge tidal pressures. And in the midst of that, I keep my center. And so that was for me, that was one of the biggest takeaways, was just the sense of like, it doesn't matter how small I may feel in comparison to these huge tidal shifts in my life, like they don't have to shift me off course, and that I have the what's the word? Not just the speed, but like the wherewithal to handle it. That was one of the big lessons I felt like.
That's juicy.
Well, Robin, speaking of juicy, what was the last bit of guidance experience that you've gotten from being on Shamanic Journey? Like, tell us, share us. What have you experienced, and then what did it mean for you?
Well,
yeah.
Most of this past year, I focused a lot on how to love myself more.
Mm-hmm.
And last week's journey, last Thursday, was a confirmation of a visionary call that we had in the morning, that there were certain things I need to drop and let go and stop holding on to. And I also, it took me back to when I first started to journey. I lost 25 pounds.
Wow.
By getting rid of a lot of the stuff I was carrying on my back psychically.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really powerful. But the things that are happening now and the intuitions and information that's coming to me now is so much more powerful. I can see it setting up the next stage of my life, the next stage of my business. It just blows me away every time I have one of those really intense visions that the journey itself is almost more fun than the destination.
Yes! And you know what? That's so perfect. Because your life is the journey.
Mm.
Right? In the divine masculine model, we're focused on the goal, the end. Let's get to the point.
Mm.
In the divine feminine, it's enjoying the whole experience of waiting for what Victoria's about to say. The divine feminine is the journey. And now you can enjoy the ride. Each step of the way. I'm curious, Robin, can you imagine being in business without vision journeying? Now that you've been doing it regular, I know you're in the Visionary Shaman Circle, where we journey every month, and then also at the dojo, we also journey every month. But in the Shaman Circle, it's recommended daily. Can you imagine being in business without Shamanic Journeying?
Right now, no, because I was never one to ask for help. I could never reach out. I always thought I had to do it myself. The journey has taught me that the circle of divine women that I found myself in now expects to be asked for help. They expect to be able to support you and you to support them when needed. That's what I honestly feel the divine feminine is all about. It's community. It's like you were saying before, it just your point 3, having a divine feminine community. There's a purpose for it. And we're not supposed to live alone and secluded. We're supposed to live in a community and love and support and help and just be there for each other, even if it's just to listen to somebody cry for a while. But no, it has directly told me, go and ask so-and-so for help, or find someone who knows about this because this is what you need to do next. And when I first got into business back in the late 70s, no, it was the 80s, the mid 80s, it was so different. I didn't know anything about business. We just set up a little shop and we had fun. And we were at the top of our chain in our town. Now it's completely different. It's totally different. Business is totally different because we have the internet, we have our social medias, we have different ways of communicating with people and getting our message out and attracting the kind of people who need our help that way, instead of having to, go door to door or putting out flyers or print ads, things like that. They don't work anymore. You need to connect with your community. You need to connect with those people who need what you have, and they will find you if you're doing it the right way. And I wouldn't have known what to do had I not been journeying.
Amazing. Who would have thought, right, that shamanic journeying, ancient native practice, that's been done for some scholars say 40,000 years, others say perhaps over 100,000 years, to be helping us in this day and age. And the act of journeying teaches you how to ask for help. As a recovering codependent, if I could out myself, It is so hard. No, I'm going to help you, right? I'm going to help you. Hello. No. The journey responds when you ask her, Journey, show me who I am. Journey, what do I need to know right now? Journey, take me to my power animal. Journey, what do I need to know right now to move my business forward? Journey, help me heal my leg. Like, she by design teaches you how to act and how to be served and supported, right? How to receive. So that over time, oh my God, it becomes better and better and bigger. And then when you pair this this spiritual technology with cultivating your intuition so that you can pick things up while you're out here in physical reality, and you combine it with divine feminine community, being in community with other beings who are like-minded, right? And it's amazing. And the other women in our circle have created incredible results. I think Naila was posting, like, it's a, you know, she's gotten another 2 clients. She's like, this is her brand new business. Oh my God. There's Nikki is developing her program for the first time. She's like boldly going for it, and she's received all of the steps, all of the description, all of the branding, all of the directly from the Vision Journey experience. Just to have that, I mean, it's such a blessing. Yeah, such a blessing. And what I wanted to do is just open up and invoke this conversation. If you're curious to know more, reach out to me. Like, send me your email and say, ooh, you know, let's have a conversation, because I feel that you're here and we're having this conversation for a reason, right? Whether you're in the Visionary Shaman Circle or we're combining forces, right? We're continuing our path. We're on the path together, and that's why we're talking now. Or if you're watching the recording, that's why you're watching it now with us, right? So I would love to continue this conversation. Please, also everyone that's come tonight, Robin, Elaine, Cherise, send me an email or send me a message to let me know what you thought and what this really brought up for you, because I want this to be the beginning of an ongoing conversation. I feel like I desire to do more of these, because this is only the tip of the iceberg, honestly. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Robin?
You know I'm all in, always.
So thank you for sharing your time and sharing your hearts so abundantly. I want this to be a soft experience, and I desire to have a beautiful, soft, and sensuous evening or the rest of the day. And I hope for those of you who are watching the recording who weren't able to join us live, I hope you can feel the radiant love that we are all beaming towards you. I know I'm beaming tons and tons and tons of love to you. I believe in you. I believe that you are ready for your visionary life right now. And if you desire to receive support in creating that, I'm here, right? Created the Visionary Shaman Circle in particular to support light workers, people who are here to shine their light. They're different by design. Different by design. You've been the black sheep, but you've been more than the black sheep. You've been the shiny, sparkly black sheep with rainbows shooting out of your ears in life, because you have a unique gift to share, right? This is for you so that you're not alone as you continue forward on your journey, right? Together is better. Right? This community is in support of you. And if you want to know more, just send me an email and let's set up a time to discuss. But for all of you that came, I really want to hear what's your feedback, but privately in the emails. I'm excited to hear it. Let's keep this conversation going. Okay. Mwah. Mwah. Bye, Elaine. Bye, Robin. Bye, Cherise. Bye, Angie. Good seeing all of you. Mwah. Bye-bye.